Oh, that was a white time shot too, eh? Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the new Player of the Month, Lucas Paqueta card to review today. So, we're taking a look at a card who is 5'11", high work rates, left-footed, 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot. So, very nice that he is a left-footed player because there's so many right-footed players that don't have the weak foot, but the fact that he is left-footed for that left side is very cool to work with. Player traits, he has dives into tackles, which is awesome. I don't know how influential it is in this year's game, and in previous years I felt like there was definitely a huge difference. Flare trait, outside foot shot trait, which is actually very helpful because of the lack of weak foot that he actually has. 3 stars still pretty decent. It's not like terrible, but there will be some moments where it's nice to have, of course, right? So base card stats or pace is actually set up nicely because 87 acceleration with 91 sprint speed is going to be perfectly fine for a midfielder. I do think that the shadow chemistry style is going to make the most sense for this card because of the way that the rest of the card is formatted, right? So a shadow chemistry style boosts his pace, boosts his defense as much as possible, but you're working with decent shooting, passing, physicality, and dribbling stats, right? So I do feel like it'll make the most sense. Base card stats for a midfielder mostly is going to be very nice for this card with the way that it's set up. If you want to use him for fun in the attacking areas with the high work rates, you can definitely use him as a secondary striker, but you just need somebody else who's probably going to be your more high-medium oriented player or something, right? Because you could totally give him the Hunter chemistry style because his original position for this Player of the Month card is the striker area. So if you want to use him there, you definitely could. I will be rotating him accordingly just to see what's up with the card, right? Base card stats for passing, very good as well if you want to use him mainly in those midfield positions. Dribbling on the card is going to be something that we're going to obviously experiment with. The dribbling on the card is what makes me not want to use them more in the attacking positions because obviously you want them to feel a little bit better. Although in this year's game, because dribbling works a little bit differently, you could totally make that work up top, especially with a Hunter chemistry style. It's totally doable, right? Defensive stats on a shadow chemistry style, the only thing that's going to be low-ish is defensive awareness. This card, guys, is going to be the more attacking oriented midfielder, right? With the high work rates, I do expect him to push forward and come back constantly, especially with the 89 stamina. It's going to work perfectly for the 4-4-2, and hopefully we can actually see some of that attack out of him, even on stay back while attacking instructions with forward runs activated. Base card stats for physical is going to be an 89 for stamina. Like I said, with the high work rates, definitely very good to work with. And then he has 79 for strength and then 83 for aggression. So the way that we're going to be lined up in game with Lucas Paqueta, guys, is going to look like this, right? So again, left center mid position, left center defense mid position seems to be the most ideal areas for a card like this. So we'll be trying him out in the 4-4-2, playing in that area with the instruction of stay back while attacking cover center, but utilizing attacking AI as much as possible with the forward run tactics. So we'll see how he plays in game. Hopefully he's a beast. He actually did okay under pressure. He's kind of like Tubby in game. What's his body type again? Average body type. Okay. It's so funny how you notice those things like immediately. Oh man, I wish the dribbling was way quicker there, because in that situation it would have been perfect for me to get that pass off to him. Oh, I had it there. Free kick, eh? They're like, no, bro, we see Lucas. In those situations there, guys, it wouldn't be a bad thing to actually spam LB to face that direction to make the pass. Where is he? Okay. I just want to get a left-footed player on that side for the free kick tactic. Do this. Little Ronaldo chop or something. Shot cancel. Far post. Should have ball rolled and then gone for the near post right there. Ooh, a little bit of a defensive play. Good shielding. Little bounce pass if we can. Beauty. Little LB spam. You see what I mean about the LB spam or the L1 spam? How you can kind of face the net to make a better pass? Almost. I shouldn't have gone for the ball roll there. That was not a valid choice. So you could definitely tell that his dribbling, there's nothing like too special about it in regards to like sharp touches or this agile feel, because I guess the average body type definitely affects it a bit. You definitely notice that. Oh, that was a white time shot too, eh? White time shot. You kind of have to like... I gotta do it a little bit earlier, man. I really do. Oh, a little bit of pressure. He gets off. Can I hit a free kick from here with him? Maybe. I think he has decent ones. Free kick accuracy 78. Pretty low, actually. Oh, am I doing... There we go. We're good. We got a defensive play out of him there, though. We'll take it. We'll take it. I don't know where the ball went. I was like, excuse me? Track back is good enough with the high work rates. I think this... I don't know why, but I have a feeling this card's going to be more like defensive oriented because of the way that his average body type is kind of making him move. See, with the high work rates, he does push forward in the attack from time to time. You do notice that. When I say more defensive oriented, guys, I mean in a sense where it's like there's certain cards in the midfield that they would be great to have in the attack. Like Llorente is one of those guys because of the way that he's kind of like formatted. But with Lucas Paqueta, like just those dribbles, like it makes you want to use him more in a defensive way. But you can use him in the attack, obviously, because of base characteristics with the high work rates and whatnot. White time shot again. Am I really timing that late? That's so like awkward. It's so much earlier nowadays. I'm gonna get off him real quick just to see what his high work rates are like. Yeah, definitely has the high for sure. Let me switch off of him here. Right, in position. So he has those base characteristics down at the very least, like the highs, you know, pushing forward, coming back, for sure. Fouls in the next gen version of FIFA is just really strange sometimes. I don't get it. And he's gonna score off it too, I think. Yeah. It's funny because like I was talking about it. I should have moved the keeper, of course, but you know. Now we'll get that back. We'll get that back. There you go. Beauty! Good play, good play. Win the ball back. Diaby with a fantastic finish. Nice little cheeky 67 finishing for that. And that's why, boys. Strong foot on the strong side. Dude, it is so much earlier nowadays to hit the time finish. It really is. That's crazy. Look how much earlier it is. Now I know it. Now I know it. Yo, his long shots aren't too bad, guys. If you get him into those nice areas where you don't have to do too much with his dribbling, he actually hits them quite well. Push the goalkeeper just a little bit. His pace wasn't actually that bad right there. It was okay, but it was against like Joe Cole. If it's like a faster player, like an Mbappe, like you're not catching up, my G. That's the run. Oh, a little touch. No. See, he's on stay back while attacking cover center, guys, but he'll still push forward because of those high work rates. Nice, good challenge there. I didn't actually press the tackle button there. He just stuck out his foot stuck out a foot himself. Woo! Donnarumma is so massive, bro. Eee, over the bar, no. Gotta try him out. Almost. We're gonna switch off him here and just defend normally. High work rates pushes him back. We'll take it. I wish his pace was a little bit higher though, like acceleration wise, to work with that average body type a bit. I'm gonna force him right here, actually. Driven, touch. No! I was kind of hoping for like a stop scoop turn. You have to dribble a certain way to kind of be able to scoop turn, because it acts like you're stopped, but you're not, if that makes sense. Ooh, almost got the challenge there. We'll take it though, we'll take it. I cancel first time touch. No, ball roll. What are you doing? I'll trigger tackle. Beauty. All right, we got the shot cancel there. Or not, it wasn't a shot cancel. We got the fake shot. But we were really lucky with the dribble afterwards. We'll take it, though. Okay, guys, so final verdict on the new Lucas Paqueta card. So in regards to how he performs in-game, guys, the Shadow Chemistry style is definitely going to make the most sense to boost his pace and defense as much as possible while working with good shooting, good passing, good physicality, as well as good dribbling. Now, in my opinion, when it comes to looking at this card, I think that he is a more defensive-oriented card because of the way that he dribbles and the way that he kind of goes around the pitch, right? So obviously with high work-rated players, by default, they will attack just as much as they defend, especially if their attacking positioning is in a decent area, right? So in his case, he has 86 attacking positioning. So when we were using him in the 4-4-2 formation with the forward run tactic, he's still going to run from time to time because that is a base characteristic of his, right? On a Shadow Chemistry style, guys, boosting the pace as much as possible is the most ideal situation for this card, but sometimes for manual defending, if you catch him up top in the attack and you want to track him back yourself, obviously the 87 acceleration, 91 for sprint speed for the meta of the game can be low from time to time, right? The way that he dribbles in game is more physical oriented than it is sharp oriented. Let me give you guys an example, okay? So if you're going to be doing a comparison between a high work rated player in the League One, let's take a look at the Renato Sanchez card, right? So with Renato Sanchez, he's a 4-star player with higher acceleration and sprint speed, higher agility and balance, but also he's a 5'9" player, right? So on a Shadow Chemistry style, for me, a card like this is a better box-to-box because the way that he dribbles on the pitch, because of his height, because of those stats, being higher for base card stats, is incredibly helpful in my opinion, right? So if you're looking at that type of card, a box-to-box oriented player, I do think that the Renato Sanchez card is a better card to get. I also believe that Fofana, it's a weird comparison because he's no longer an existent card, right? I also think that Fofana's card is also a better card as well because on a Shadow Chemistry style, you're working with 91 for acceleration, 94 for sprint speed, at an 87 for stamina, 4-star weak foot, high work rates, and a high and average body type. So a card like this in a 2 midfield setup would make the most sense as well, in my opinion, because base card stats for shooting is there, passing is there. Yes, you notice that sway to his dribble from time to time because of the high and average body type, but in the midfield position, that's not that big of a deal. Now, if we take a look at Lucas Paqueta's card by itself, right? That's what you notice the most in the card. You notice that he is a little bit more defensive oriented because the way that his height is at 5'11" with an average body type, dribbling stats being a little bit lower for agility and balance and acceleration and sprint speed, he's a little bit more defensive oriented. Although if you attack with this card, he'll still be able to score some good goals for you. He scored some nice long shots for me, although you do definitely have to take some green time shots and you have to kind of understand how your body have to come off to certain animations to take a better shot, so on and so forth. Passing on the card is great, obviously, with the fact that he's a left-footed player on that left side is fantastic to work with, of course, right? But it's just that for a high work-rated player, sometimes there's moments where you wish that the dribbling was sharper. But the thing is, guys, that when we do the review, we force these things, right? We force the dribbling on the card. When you play FIFA, it has to be touch and go as much as possible. I'm just letting you know that in some situations, if you want to be able to dribble, it's just a little bit more defensive oriented with the card. So in regards to the quote unquote bad things of the card, I wish that his pace was a little bit higher. I don't care for dribbling in regards to a base characteristic, to be honest, but I also wish that his weak foot was higher. But for a Brazilian player that plays for the League One that gives you those links, he's not a bad player to work with. I just don't think he is better than someone like Renato Sanchez if I want to use a player like that in that area, right? I don't think he's going to be better than Fofana either. Gini Wijnaldum, the comparison could definitely be made there, but obviously the price difference is absolutely massive, and Gini Wijnaldum, even to this day, to be honest, is still pretty solid because he even has the freaking weak foot and stuff too. So if you unlock an SBC like this, guys, it is because you want to work with that potential Denayer card in the future as a League One center back, or you want to work with that Neymar link for a card that will be more defensive oriented from a base characteristic. But obviously for the meta of the game, guys, it's really nice to have a high work rate that does push forward and does come back. Like I said, It's just the dribbling characteristic that's a little bit more physical oriented, and the acceleration being low that is a problem from time to time on this card. That is a thing that you definitely notice a lot with him. It is a card, like I said, that I would mainly use in the midfield position anyways, potentially as a left mid, right mid, but the pace and the way that it's set up suggests that you want to use him mostly as a midfielder in a 2 midfield setup or a 3 midfield setup. If people make comparisons to Verratti's a different type of card, right? Medium-high work rate is going to be more defensive-oriented for you. Lacks in height and manual sprint speed. Manual sprint speed kind of irrelevant because of stay back while attacking medium-high work rates, but that's pretty much it, right? So it's a little bit of a weird comparison to make. I like to make the comparison between base characteristics of a card, like a high to a high. So if you unlock the card, I don't think you'll be crazy disappointed. I definitely think you'll notice those 2 things about the card, but if that's totally okay with you, then the card's going to be cool to unlock, right? So it's just one of those things, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video today. I'll catch you guys from the next one. Peace out, dudes. We have a Julian Draxler to review now, so I have to go get him too.